Hello, this is Thomas Hudson, the Walking Veteran. I'm coming to you from Arlington, Virginia, where I've taken this wagon out of the storage. If you notice, I have a lot of things laying out. I want to point some things out about this wagon and the significance of everything. I have a switch right here, as you all know. There's lights on there. Well, the wagon was originally thought of because I've been waiting for over a year on an operation on my neck. So I could not carry a backpack, plus I could not carry all the equipment. The lights is because of so people can see me, especially at night. The lights originally on the back came from Walmart in Oklahoma City. You see, in Oklahoma City, I had a problem because they don't have very many sidewalks. So I want to make sure people see me. These lights on the side, they were added later on down the road, came from Walmart. The wagon was donated by Lowe's department store or hardware store in Muskogee, Oklahoma. The battery, there's two batteries that power the lights. They're 12-volt batteries that came from O'Reilly's. And they're rechargeable. And that's what that is. When I'm in a hotel, I can charge those batteries up. It saves a lot of money. So I don't have to change the batteries out like I used to. Now I'm going to start back here. That is the Arkansas Travelers Award. I was commissioned as an ambassador of goodwill of Arkansas, given to me by the Secretary of State and the Governor of Arkansas. And here is an explanation of what is the Arkansas Travelers Award. I will tell you, it is a big thing in Arkansas. Okay, right here, this is a bucket. You notice that I have flags here. These flags become a tradition, and I have a card staple on here. These cards were printed here in Washington, D.C. or Arlington, Virginia. I've given out over 1,000 of those cards. Also, I had packets made up for Congress. Printing in color is not cheap at all. Let me go over here. I want to point out these hats. These hats have become controversial over the course of the walk across America, especially that one right back there. Now, let me say something about these hats. As you all know, I am not a Marine. This hat here was given to me by Robert March. He's a Marine veteran, and in here wrote the inscription, that is his grandfather, who was a Marine, in 1925 to 2008, given by Robert March. Everything about this wagon has a historical value to it. Everything. Speaking of Marines, this is one of the greatest honors. As you all know, I have pins on my shirt that was given by governors, mayors, sheriffs, etc. But I want to point this out. If I can get over here to let me get back here. This magazine, the Leatherneck, on the front, it says, 40 years later, ground pounders keep running. The Marine Corps Marathon. This came out of the office of Colonel Joe Murray, the base commander at Quantico. And what makes this magazine so special to me, he wrote in there, you have the inspiration of these Marines. Keep charging, Colonel Joe Murray, Quantico, Virginia. This right here, This is a list of names in here of every name that is on the wall at the Vietnam Memorial. Here's the menu from Veterans Day, McCormick and Smith's, where I had eaten. Right here, this flag was given to me. It flew over the Capitol. This was given to me by Senator Richard Byrd. Okay, let me point out again. There's a Marine license plate that was given by Robert Moore, Charles Stowe. Here is the tent that I would sleep in. That was donated by Robert March. That is the second tent that I've had. If you notice the wheel there, these wheels, I had problems with them. They at first because they don't have inner tubes. But Mickey Brown out in Fulton, Oklahoma, helped me with a flat, got inner tubes, and then down in Alabama, got two more, got an extra wheel. I'm so honored. Let me move along here. That calendar, that was autographed by Senator Cochran of Mississippi. This duffel bag here that I carried from Las Vegas. That duffel bag, a mother gave it to me. Her son, a Marine, had died in Afghanistan a year before. Now, I don't want to step on this stuff. Here is something that is such an honor to me. This was presented to me right outside the House of Representatives in Statutory Hall. That's where all the congressmen wait to go in on the floor. And it was given to me by Congressman French Hill of Arkansas District 2. Okay. Oh, I'm getting old. Can't hardly get up anymore. I want to point out just some of these patches, and I don't even have them all down. I've got patches from Capitol Police, the United States Park Police. They're not there, but anyway, these are patches collected during the walk. You notice Winfield, Alabama, Hamilton, Alabama, Potter County Sheriff, that is Amarillo. There is one that's from Phoenix, Arizona. I did not go through there, but these deputies gave me that patch here in Washington, D.C. Lugol, South Carolina, Navajo County, Holbrook, Arizona, and of course the Arlington County Police Department. Now, let me go over here. You see all these business cards? This is not all of them. I got some mixed up here. This is what I've been doing here in Washington. These are congressional business cards. I got some back over here in this bag here. I'm just not going to lay them all out. That's time consuming. Now, right here, you notice that I have some newspapers. Hamilton, Winfield, Alabama, Muskogee, Oklahoma, Henrietta, Oklahoma, Tupelo, Mississippi, and that's just a few of them. Right here, I have some very, very sacred gifts that I consider sacred. These right here were given to me by some of the governors across the land. That star there, I got those in Memphis and also in Mississippi. A lady in Mississippi collects old flags and she cuts the stars, puts a card in there, and gives them out. That is a rare Indian coin that came from Hamilton, Alabama. Now, you can see these crosses. Those crosses were given to me. One was given to me by a lady after I was involved in a ride out in Albuquerque. Another one gave it to me in Elk City, Oklahoma. And another one in Alabama. These crosses, two of them, came from a lady, couple ladies that took them off their neck, asked me to carry them in honor of their dad and grandpa. Then there's a little, looks like a rock, but it's got an angel in there. That lady in Shamrock, Texas, up in the Panhandle, gave it to me. And then that came from, let's see the round thing, Albuquerque. This little cross was given to me by a young child. Now you see that Marine emblem there? That patch was given to me by a Marine out in Flagstaff, Arizona. And that is representing, he asked me to honor the Rose Garden Marines. If you've never heard of them, that is something to do with Vietnam. And of course, that was given to me by Robert March. Here is a card, picture of a hotel that I stayed in, Hamilton, Alabama. That is what it originally looked like back in the day. And anyway, these are just a few of the things that I have. And I wanted to point this out. There is no way on earth I'm going to abandon this wagon, these historical items. They came across America. And okay, and then right here in Washington, D.C., an anonymous donor gave me these gloves and hat. And this bucket here is what I keep tools and stuff in. Oh, I forgot, I got like 3 pipes. This knife right here, the hotel manager out in Holbrook, Arizona, wanted me to carry that. And I got about 3 other pocket knives. Now, one might ask, I'm going to take this can here, I'm going to show you something in here. And of course, that bag is what I keep my pens, my phone chargers. Oh, I almost forgot. This stool here. Oh, yes. This came out of Mississippi. I remember that very well, and that was a lifesaver to sit down. And the bag that the hats are on, well, that's my little cooler where I keep water, things like that. Here's a neat object that's real good at night. You see that flashes, that Mississippi. And let me turn it off here. Now, when I'm not in a hotel, because hotels in Washington, D.C. are very expensive, this is where I sleep. Of course, it's a little messed up. Hey, I'm a bachelor. And it gets cold here. One might ask, when I go into Washington and I meet with congressional members, how do I keep myself fresh? Well, guess what? I don't need to go into every detail, but I was in the Boy Scouts, Air Force, and the National Guard, so you learn some survival skills. But as far as my shirt and everything, I try my best to keep it clean. And then at night, spray some spray starch, and it will stay wrinkle free. And of course, when I'm in a hotel, I do complete laundry and things like that. Well, anyway, this is Thomas Hudson, the walking veteran. Does anybody have any kind of idea how many times that I have said that in the last 6 months? Does anybody have any idea how many people that I've actually talked to? How many people have I been in videos and pictures with? Well, which cities do you think that I evaluate that is the best as far as veteran friendly? What states? All kind of interesting things. Also, I want to point out that here within the next week, I'm going to be issuing a report of what has transpired here in Washington, D.C., what is accomplished, what is going to happen in the future. I also want to point out that the purpose of the walk was to take the evidence to our elected officials in Congress. You see, secret recordings on federal property, especially the VA, is against the law. So how do you protect the whistleblowers? Well, guess what? When you take it to Congress, they're not considered whistleblowers anymore. They are protected. That was the whole purpose of getting this stuff to Congress, and to present the evidence. And believe me, they have taken notice. Then I want to also point out the other issues that I discussed with Congress. It's not just about the evidence, there's some other things, but that will be dealt with at another time. But anyway, I've got to get all this stuff up and I got to get rolling here because today is a special day for some people. And I want to point out again, this is Thomas Hudson, the walking veteran.